Alright guys, I figured it's time to do another movie review. As you can see, this time I'm not in my room, I'm in the living room upstairs. Just more room and a lot less dust. So anyway, a few weeks ago I came across a 1995 horror movie called Jacko. What it is, it's about this pumpkin-headed creature who's supposed to be slaughtering this small town on Halloween night. The only people who can stop him is a family who are connected with the monster. The question is, can they defeat it? So anyway, what can I say about this movie? Well, it begins with this man who is telling his nephew the story of the monster Jacko. And something interesting to note, the uncle looks a lot like John Wayne Gacy. I'm not even kidding. He actually looks a lot like John Wayne Gacy. And keep in mind, this film was made in 1995, the year after John Wayne Gacy was executed. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, he tells the story of Jacko to his nephew, and we get a flashback to the past. It's really hard to explain, but it is easily one of the most entertaining part of the film. In fact, that actually probably would have been a much better idea for the movie is if it was about this family 90 years in the past, trying to stop a monster from rampaging in the town. But nope. The kid wakes up in bed and turns out it was all a dream. So wait, was it his uncle telling him a story that he woke up, that was the dream? It's confusing as all hell. So anyway, I'm gonna skip ahead because the first 30 minutes is just people talking. Blah 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 blah. Amityville 2 all over again. Just blah blah blah. Yeah, our monster doesn't even appear until 30 minutes into the movie, when some kids go to his gravesite and disturb it. He comes back and he kills the 3 teenagers. And I was gonna say, the special effects in this film are some of the worst I've seen. One guy who gets clawed in the face by Jacko, if you just look closely enough, you can see that the blood was just painted on. He was not actually scratched or clawed, they painted blood onto his face. Just horrible. So Jacko, the rest of the film is either a lot of talk about the past with this monster. The reason it's connected to this family is, the reason it's connected to this family is because they lynched a warlock 90 years earlier. 80 or 90, I can't remember the exact number. Part of me is trying to erase this movie from my memory. I'm rambling today. Why do I ramble a lot? Anyway. They lynched a warlock because he was stealing from them, and he vowed revenge against the family by summoning this monster. And this monster never really kills any members of the family. It goes after other people in the town. What sense does that make? If your target is this family, why do you need to include the entire town in your petty revenge? Yeah, even this warlock's motivations are asinine. It's like, we don't even see this warlock. The only events of the past we see is a member of the Kelly family destroying the monster. Even you don't see him destroy the monster, you just pretty much see him going to the farm, using the cross, and then burying the monster with the cross in the ground. And again, that's the most entertaining part of the movie. Oh no, there actually is another part that's really entertaining. See, at one point in this movie, you do have a British couple, yuppies. They're assholes. Big assholes. The guy gets a scythe to the gut. And the woman, well, she panics, grabs a butter knife of all things, to defend herself with, and she slips on the rug, and the butter knife, while still in her hand, goes into the toaster and electrocutes her. I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty cool scene. Pretty cool death scene. Quite frankly, I didn't give a crap about this couple, period. There are a couple more victims. There's a biker guy who loses his head, and a guy working for the electric company who gets slit in the throat with the monster's scythe. And when this monster actually reaches the kid and his babysitter, played by Linnea Quigley. Linnea Quigley, if anybody here has seen the movie Silent Night, Deadly Night, she's the girl who's impaled on deer antlers. And yes, I will be getting to that movie shortly. So anyway, there's no build up to this scene with them meeting. The monster just appears and attacks them. The babysitter is able to get away, and the boy runs home. And you think, oh, the boy's dead, because you see the monster reaching him, and you see a splash of red on the window. You think it's the kid's blood? Nope, it's just fruit juice from his trick-or-treat bag. Kid's taken to the woods. The monster tries to bury him alive, and the descendant of the warlock who cursed the family in the first place tries to stop him. And what happens? She gets killed. Again, the warlock's revenge makes no sense. Not even his family is safe from the monster. Oy. This warlock really sucked at curses, didn't he? So anyway, the monster is destroyed in the end by the family with the cross. The babysitter turns out alright. Oh, one of her friends who isn't worth mentioning because she doesn't contribute to the movie at all is alright. Her boyfriend, the biker, is dead, and everyone decides to just go home and pretend that this whole thing never happened. They even talk about having a slice of pie, preferably anything but pumpkin. And it's happening at dawn, and they go home at dawn. And this, again, really bothers me because this kid starts going trick-or-treating in the early evening. He and his babysitter are still out trick-or-treating in the early evening, and they go out to the woods to find him, and it's implied that only a few minutes pass. So why is it already dawn? So yeah, this movie is just bad. Special effects are bad. The acting is bad. Everything is just bad. This uncle character we see at the beginning appears in the film 3 times, contributes nothing. This babysitter and her friend contribute nothing. I'm surprised they didn't get killed off as well. And just to give an example of how bad the acting is, a lot of these characters just don't say much besides they're talking about their haunted house and the curse from a long time ago. It's just they don't even talk about the monster very much. In fact, Jacko only appears in the film a few times at all, and that's usually just to kill someone or go on a completely unsuspenseful chase. He doesn't even appear in the movie until 30 minutes in. Let's talk about the parents real quick. They want to hire a babysitter when they're just going to be in the garage working on a haunted house to raise money. So, the dad's just poor at acting, and the mother kind of creeps me out. She's always going incredibly wide-eyed. It's like every time she has a new expression, she's like, her eyes go wide. Why? It's just annoying and doesn't really add anything, but instead drags the rest of the film down. This is a film to skip, unless you're interested in watching the director's commentary, because the director's commentary is actually pretty entertaining. That's one version I watched. So yeah, avoid this movie, but I do recommend checking out the director's commentary if you're looking for a good laugh. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and next time I'm going to try to do something a little more positive. You know, Christmas is on the way. I think I may do a couple of Christmas movies. One horror, one not horror. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.